Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the magical readathon Christmas at Hogwarts. This readathon is being run by the Book Roast. She's been doing a series of Harry Potter inspired readathons for this year, and they will be continuing. We had our owls and our newts, and we are now having a Christmas themed Hogwarts adventure through books. So the readathon's going to be taking place from the 17th to the 26th of December, so right over Christmas, and I'm really excited to take part. I've printed out my sheet because the Book Roast always does really great sheets that you can print out or look at to follow on for your challenges. So here's mine printed out. And as you can see, you're starting at the top and you're going to follow the path, doing whichever prompts it is that works for you, and ending up at the bottom. The first one I think's inspirational. The first challenge is to finish your current read. I think that's a great idea. As she said herself, how many times have you got to about 2 days before a readathon starting and you're like, I need to start a new book, but if I start it now, I might not finish it for the readathon, and then what am I going to do? And I'm going to start on the back foot, and I'm not going to be able to do it. And so what she's saying here is, pick up that book, and if you haven't finished the book that you're reading when the readathon starts, that's going to be your first book to finish. Even if you've just got 50 pages left of that book, 20 pages left of that book, that's going to be your first book for the readathon. Finish your current read. I think that's a really good idea. Next, you can go down 2 different courses. You can help Hagrid decorate the trees, which is to pick a book with gold detail on, or you can have a snowball fight with the Weasley twins, and that is to pick a book you think is humorous. I'm going to be going along the route where I'm helping Hagrid, and I'm going to be picking a book with gold detail, and for that I'm going to be picking up this one. It's Before a Christmas Carol There Was a Miss Marley, a seasonal tale of kindness and goodwill by Vanessa LaFay. This has a plethora of gold detail on this hardback, and it's a relatively short book at under 200 pages, and I just think it sounds very Christmassy. This is the story of orphans Clara and Jacob Marley, and it's about how they are just trying to live on the streets, avoiding the workhouse, and it's about how Jacob promises his sister she's going to have a better life, and he ends up in this partnership with Ebenezer Scrooge, and we're following what happens from there. And this is talking about Clara, and it's from her perspective, I believe, and I think this is going to be brilliant. The Christmas Carol is such an iconic story, and this is going to really offer a bit of a different perspective and a prequel, if you will, to that story, so I'm looking forward to this one a lot. The next prompt is to visit the 3 Broomsticks for mulled pixie wine, and for this you have to pick a book that you think you're going to be able to read within a day or an evening, so read in sort of one go really. And for that I've picked Christmas Dinner of Souls by Ross Montgomery. I picked this up when I went to Mercedes' house in one of her bookshops when I was there with her and Lauren, and it just sounded really funny. I'll read you the blurb. It says, on a dark and lonely Christmas Eve in an ancient dining room of an ancient college, Lewis the kitchen boy is helping to prepare a highly unusual feast. For tonight is the meeting of a secret club for those who despise children, warmth, happiness, and above all, Christmas. Each guest must compete to tell the most terrifying, gruesome tale they know. Who will win, and how will Lewis ever get out alive? I think this is going to be an easy read in a night. It's just over 200 pages. It's big writing, it's middle grade. I'm looking forward to this one. And after that, there's 3 options for you. You can exchange presents at your common room. You can sneak into the kitchen to gift Dobby some old socks, or you can attend a Yule Ball. I'm going to be going along the route of sneaking into the kitchen to give Dobby some odd socks, and that is to pick a book with clothing on the cover, which works really well because so many of my books have pictures of people on, and generally most of the time they're wearing clothes. For that prompt I have picked There May Be a Castle by Piers Torday. So I've got a little person on the front there who is wearing his clothes, and this is set on a frozen Christmas Eve, and Mouse Mallory and his family set off across a snowy white valley to visit his grandparents, but they never arrive. As the wheels skid off the icy road, Mouse is thrown from the car, and when he wakes he finds himself in a magical landscape with only a talkative sheep and a very bossy horse for company. And they tell him, "This is your story now." So begins Mouse's extraordinary quest through a world of wonder, a world of monsters, minstrels, dangerous knights and mysterious wizards, a world of terrifying danger but also more excitement than Mouse has ever known, to find a castle somewhere beyond. But why is Mouse looking for a castle? As thoughts of his family back in the car begin to surface, Mouse realises this might be the most important journey he'll ever make. I think this is going to be a moving and emotional story, so I'm looking forward to reading this, and it's set on Christmas Eve, which is a Christmassy book in my opinion. Next, there are 4 different prompts, but from the route that I've gone down, I've got 2 options. I can either put on your Molly's knitted sweater, or use invisibility cloak to get to the restricted section. I am going to put on your Molly's knitted sweater, and that is a book with family as the focus. And for that I've picked an adult novel, and that is 7 Days of Us by Francesca Hornack. This story follows the Birch family over a week at Christmas. They haven't been back in the same house for a Christmas in years, and one of the children has come back. She's been treating an epidemic abroad and she has to be quarantined for 7 days. Therefore, the rest of the family have to be quarantined, and we're following what happens and the revelations and conversations that happen in this family home during this 7 days where everyone is stuck together. And I'm looking forward to reading this one. I think it's going to be an interesting read. So that takes me to the final prompt. If I manage to read those, the final prompt is to watch a Harry Potter film. Me and my husband watch the Harry Potter series every year around Christmas time. And so by the time we get to this, we'll probably be ready for the last one. So I'm hoping to save the last film to watch on Christmas Day, maybe, although we are going on holiday, so it might be that we watch it before Christmas Day. It might be a bit before that, in fact, so we will see. But I'm hoping to get to watch a film as well, as my treat for completing the readathon. Anyway, that is my path that I am taking. Let me know if you're taking part in this and what your options are, and I look forward to joining you all in this readathon. And yeah, let's chat in the comments as always. Bye for now, BookTube.